Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with Mike, our audio expert, and today we're going to be chatting about equalizers. We have a few of them here today.
Yeah, I brought 3 of them with me today. We have a kicker, power acoustic, and an audio bond over here. We'll start off with the kicker. This one is actually a little more versatile than the other 2. Has a couple more bands that you can tweak out a little bit to improve the sound of your system. Basically, all an equalizer does is tuning each separate band to make it sound the best with the system setup that you have in your car. Multiple bands. It does have some knobs on it. That one's for fader, right front to rear, and sub frequency and sub level.
Okay.
And as well, you have frequency adjust for the sub and level for the whole system.
Next up, we have...
We'll do the power acoustic next.
Okay.
This one, again, you have volume knob, subwoofer, low, mid, and high. So it gives you versatile control of all of them. As well, this one has the subwoofer crossover on it, as well as a separate sub volume knob, so you can control that all on its own. This one, what it also gives you is 2 different kinds of illumination. You can change it from green to orange.
Okay.
And it has an auxiliary input on it. So again, if you do have a video system hooked up in the car, you can plug it into here, so just by the push of a button you have full control of volume through the audio section. Audio bond, same deal with the power acoustic. As well, what the power acoustic and the audio bond have is source button, so you can switch it from the radio to an auxiliary. And what that does is gives you the option of hooking up a PlayStation 2 or a DVD system into the back of this and being able to play with the volume and the tones all completely through the equalizer.
Now, does every car need an equalizer?
Not every car needs an equalizer. It's more for that tweaky type person who really
The sound person.
Yeah, exactly. They're really picky about what type of sound they have. And also, it's a good way if your deck does not have an auxiliary input on it for a video system. It's a good way to add a piece that, again, helps the car out as far as sound, but also gives you that function of having the input so you're not running it through an FM signal. It's a clean input and always gives you better sound than the FM modulator.
You would have to use a FM modulator for this, right?
Yeah, for this one you'd have to use an FM modulator, run it through the radio. This one is a little bit more in detailed on tuning. It gives you a couple more bands than the other ones do. So you can actually tune the system a little bit better with the extra bands that this one gives you. This one's more of strictly an audio piece rather than an audio video piece like the other 2.
So if I were to come into your store and interested in buying an equalizer, what would I ask you? What should I ask you?
It's basically more of looking at them, ease of use, how far you want to go in tuning them, because they do make a couple other equalizers that are completely wild and really takes a professional to tune them. It has to be something that the customer is capable of tuning on their own and comfortable with tuning, because if they don't do it that way, they're going to be back at the shop saying, oh, well, it sounds completely different. I don't like how it sounds anymore. And you really have to have the customer capable of playing with it and using it properly.